On this episode of Under the Radar Michigan, we're in Chelsea for a cafe that cares, the real hair of the dog, an Uncommon Grille, and to find out where all those little blue boxes come from. Then we head to Harbor Springs for cookies my mom didn't make, a pizza place called Turkey's, a tunnel of trees, and a fairytale restaurant that serves Polish food and draft beer. Bonus! Get ready to explore the cool people, places, and things that make Michigan a great place to be.
Under the Radar Michigan is brought to you in part by the Michigan State Housing and Development Authority, investing in people, places, and partnerships to help transform Michigan and the Michigan economy. In cities, towns, and neighborhoods, people are building better places to live and better communities. Also by the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. The Komen Race for the Cure series raises significant funds and awareness for the fight against breast cancer, celebrates breast cancer survivorship, and honors those who have lost their battle with the disease. More info at komen.org. Also in part by the Brides Project, a charitable bridal shop specializing in high-quality donated gowns. All proceeds help families touched by cancer at the cancer support community of Greater Ann Arbor. Learn more at thebridesproject.org. Support for Under the Radar Michigan comes from Bigby Coffee, celebrating 17 years as a Michigan company. Gift cards, coffee mugs, and coffee by the pound are available in-store and online. Locations at biggby.com.
I've been around the world, but there's one place I keep coming back to. And the more I explore, the more I realize it's the place to be. I'm Tom Dalton, and this is Under the Radar Michigan.
You know, when I think of Chelsea, Michigan, I think of the Purple Rose Theater. But what else do I think about? I don't know. That's why we're here. Can I get a menu, please?
Chelsea is one of those towns that, whether you live here or not, when you get here, you're home. It's small town America done right, with just the right amount of great people, places, and things to do. If you don't like it here, well, you just ain't right. Chelsea is located in southeast Lower Michigan, about halfway between Ann Arbor and Jackson. Bob Pierce from the Chamber of Commerce told me why Chelsea really is a great place to be.
One of the most famous things about Chelsea is the Purple Rose Theater.
Indeed.
That Jeff Daniels brought here. What has that done for the community?
Yeah, it's just done wonderful things. It's really the hub. It's kind of our crown jewel of the downtown and the hub of all kinds of activity in the nighttime.
What are some of the other things that make this place so special?
You know, Chelsea is really a very unique town. You know, we're on the fringes of the high-density population areas of southeastern Michigan, but we're far enough away that we've been able to keep our own unique identity. There's nightlife, there's a great theater, there's great food, but the people are really what makes this town click.
Well, enough talking, Chelsea. Let's start walking, Chelsea. We were heading down Main Street when suddenly I saw it. Back to the roots. I saw it, but what the heck was it? Jason Bendinelli is one of the owners of this unique establishment.
Okay, Jason, I'm a pretty eclectic guy, but when I saw your sign out front, I got so confused I had to come in and talk to you. So, wait a minute, this place is, you sell tea. Well, tell me what you guys do. I'm confused.
Part of what we do is we're still trying to figure it out. Back to the Roots actually started in Colorado. It was just, my wife searched online for fair trade, figured out what that was, and so we opened a retail store supporting fair trade to just help people over the world with hopes of doing a tea bar with sandwiches. So we moved here to Chelsea, fell in love with the town, and figured, well, we can open another Back to the Roots. So we did that here and threw in the concept of the whole tea and all that stuff, but then it turned into a lot more, which is kind of what you see now.
It's like a comfortable living room. You guys do music. You have organic teas, sushi, like diner sandwiches. You retail clothing.
Are you still with me, folks? Because if you are, there's another thing that makes Back to the Roots even more unique.
Back to the Roots is doing business to create social change. So what that is we give opportunities to people here with jobs, with opportunity to grow, and then we give opportunities to people all over the world that can't help themselves. Everything we sell, a portion of that goes into a charitable account, and then we give that either to just various nonprofits, people that are in need. We just give to anything we can. Haiti, things in America, it's everywhere, it's whatever.
Well, no, I was confused when I first saw the sign because I wasn't sure what you were. Now that I know what you do, I'm confused again because I don't know if I'm going to have a sandwich here, buy some clothing, if I'm going to save the planet. I'll need your help.
Yeah, you do all of it.
Deal.
Yeah. All right, man.
If you're looking to help people in need, help the planet, or just help yourself to some cool edibles and wearables, Back to the Roots should be at the front of your list.
I got a question for you. What do you get when you mix flour, eggs, sugar, and salt? Another great Michigan company, that's what.
The Chelsea Milling Company is a true American icon. I honestly had no idea that the Jiffy Mix our entire country grew up on was made right here in the heart of downtown Chelsea. For 120 years, Howdy Homes family has been bringing quality and affordable baking mixes to the masses all around the world.
I don't know who's more excited about me coming here today, me or my wife. And by the way, don't let me forget, if I leave here without a box of Jiffy cornbread mix, I'm a dead man.
Well, not to worry. Our stuff's so easy, even a man can do it.
This place has been in your family for a long time.
It has. We've been here since 1887, and I'm third generation in the brand Jiffy Mix, fourth generation in this location, and eighth generation in the flour milling business.
Didn't your grandmother actually come up with the original recipe?
She did. She not only came up with the recipe for our first product, which is all-purpose baking mix, she also came up with the name Jiffy. The Jiffy all-purpose baking mix was introduced in April of 1930. It was the first ever retail prepared mix.
And one of the neatest things about your company is it's still family owned. You haven't been bought up by some giant conglomerate. How have you kept that from happening?
Well, it's not that we haven't had opportunities to sell, but it wouldn't be fair to the public. It wouldn't be fair to our employees. And if whoever were to purchase us, and that won't ever happen, by the way, they would change the company. And so, we just have too much pride and integrity to even think about, but it doesn't stop people from asking, and we're flattered.
How many little blue boxes come out of here? Let's say in a week.
Well, 1.6 million a day, let's put it that way.
And so you can spare one for my wife?
Well, I think I know the CEO. I could probably pull it off.
So next time you take that little blue box of Jiffy Mix out of the cupboard, think of Howdy, Chelsea, and me. Well, skip me. You don't want to spoil your appetite.
If you're the kind of person that occasionally needs a little hair of the dog, have I got a vodka for you. Hey, buddy. I heard about you. You're famous.
Meet Ruger. This German short-haired pointer is the inspiration and namesake for Ugly Dog Vodka, an award-winning spirit that's made right here in Chelsea. Now, even though Ruger helps out quite a bit, he doesn't actually make the vodka. That's the handiwork of John Dyer. And when he's not spending quality time with Ruger, he eats, sleeps, makes, drinks, and thinks vodka.
I've read your resume. You've been in construction, you've been a gun shop owner, you've been a machinist. How did you get into making vodka?
I got dared.
On a dare?
The dog on the label, Ruger's a bird hunting dog. I've had bird dogs for 20 years. 6 or 7 of us are sitting around a campfire just telling lies and stories.
I've been to that campfire.
Buddy of mine's like, well, why don't you build a still and make us some whiskey? So I went home after that hunting trip and I did just that. And that's where it started.
Well, why Ugly Dog? Because I met Ruger. He's actually a handsome dog.
Yeah, German wire-haired pointer. The nickname for him's Ugly Dog. Seemed like a fitting name.
Now, you built these stills?
Yeah, I built all of our distillers. I hand-hammered the copper. I bought a coppersmithing book that was copyrighted in 1865 and learned how to form copper, learned how to weld copper to steel, learned the electronics to build the controllers, just progressively built bigger and more complicated pieces of equipment.
Now, you make just regular vodka or do you have flavored vodkas?
We have 2 flavors. We have bacon flavored vodka.
No.
We made it for Bloody Marys. That was the intent when we made it. But it fries up good with your eggs in the morning. Makes a great bacon martini.
I'll bet.
And I know people that just drink it straight on the rocks.
Now, you guys have been in business for how long?
2.5 years, approximately. It'll be 3 years in May.
And you're good distribution? Or?
We've been purchased by about 650 retailers in Michigan. We're in about 55 Myers, a couple dozen Kroger.
If you get real big, you're not going to leave Michigan, are you?
We are not going to leave Michigan. It's just home. It's home for us. You know, I've gone away to school, I've lived in other states, and I always end up back here. I always end up at home.
Now, talking about vodka is fun, but making it is even more fun. So Dewey Winkle got me started making some mash.
Okay, Dewey, I didn't realize that making vodka was such a physical job. This stuff's heavy in here.
It is.
Now, this is what, the mash?
It is. It's the mash. We put the water into the kettle, and then we add the cracked grain,
right,
and get the starches dispersed into the water.
Well, now what we're stirring here smells like breakfast, is what it smells like to me. It smells like cream of wheat.
Right. Here, I'll give you a little taste of it.
Oh, you can actually taste this?
Oh yeah. You haven't had breakfast yet?
No. I actually think.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, it tastes like cream of wheat. It's actually very good.
Tastes really good and sweet, and
That makes a party.
that makes a big
I'd
party.
like to talk more now, but I got some work to do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put a little bit more into it.
Stroke. Now, the only thing that's more fun than talking about vodka or even making vodka is, well, drinking it. But we at UTR travel responsibly. So we waited to try this award-winning vodka at home. And from what I can remember, it was pretty darn good. You know, at first I thought this place was just a Common Grille. Then I found out it's the Common Grille. There is a difference. If you're looking for an uncommon dining experience, the Common Grille is the place to get it. It's an award-winning eatery where all the dishes are so well thought out, all you have to do is think about which one you want to eat. Award-winning chef Craig Komen has spent 20 years perfecting his version of a great restaurant. I actually read about you. You're a pretty decorated chef. I mean, you should have medals across your chest. I mean, you know what you're doing. You could be anywhere in the country. Why Chelsea?
Well, I came out here in 1990 to take a look at a building. I wanted to do a restaurant of my own. I was looking in Brighton at the time. I came out here, looked at this building, and I thought, this is where I want to be. It just had a really good feel to it. The people that I met that were trying to make downtown happen said all the right things, and here I am, 21 years later.
Did you grow up in this area?
No, I grew up in Dearborn, and moved out here just before we opened the restaurant.
Where'd you study to be a chef?
I'm self-taught.
Those are the best. I love self-taught chefs because I'm an aspiring self-taught chef, except I'm still working on the boiling water part. But what's the mantra, if you had to say, of this place?
I think it's a restaurant that fits all kinds of people's needs, and we have taken upon ourselves to serve, really good food and take care of the guests as best we can. And I think people come in here and feel very comfortable and are very loyal to us.
The food is fantastic.
The best compliment you can give to a restaurant is, I live 65 miles from here, and I drove 65 miles to have lunch here.
So unique, and the food is amazing.
I really like their rolls. I fill myself up before the actual main course comes.
We've been coming here since Craig opened, 16, 17 years ago.
It's one of the best restaurants that I've ever ate at.
How many rolls did you eat today?
3.
Yes, my man, 3 roll. He's a 3-roll man. So if you're looking for a new go-to restaurant to go to the Common Grille. You won't be disappointed.
That's what we're here for, to take care of the guests. And if we do our job, they'll continue to come back.
And if you're going to Chelsea, just remember, if you lived here, you'd be home by now.
I'm in one of the prettiest towns in Michigan. I'm also in Harbor Springs, which makes Harbor Springs one of the prettiest towns in Michigan.
Harbor Springs really is one of those iconic harbor communities that people think of when they dream of vacationing in Michigan. It's become a tradition for families all across the Midwest to come back, have fun, and relax here every year. And if you ask the people who live here, they'll tell you there's no place they'd rather be. Harbor Springs is located in northwestern Lower Michigan, just a quick drive around the bay from Petoskey.
You know, if you like your pizza topped with history, community, and special sauce, you're gonna love Turkey's.
Even though Turkey's Cafe is known for their excellent pizza, they also serve a ton of other great edibles. It's where the locals go to connect and share good food. Turkey's is also known for how much owner Jeff Graham knows about this great community.
What's with the name Turkey's? It's a pizza joint.
Well, it's from when I was in high school, playing football for Harbor Springs High up here. Got 2 sprained ankles in 1 week, and coach says, "Hey, you're walking like a turkey out there."
That's where the name came from?
So I said, and you know how it is in high school, the names stick around.
So you grew up in this area. How long has your family been part of the community?
Well, my grandpa moved here he graduated from U of M in 1903 and moved right up here. He was a dentist. He opened up his practice here, just out of college, and that was the beginning of our family in this town. The town was here before we were here, though.
Oh, okay. They didn't build it around you then.
Not at all.
Or this would be Turkeyville.
Yeah. There is one of those, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there is. So what keeps you here? Because obviously you can leave.
Well, obviously you can leave, and I recommend people leave. Get out and check out the world, and a lot of them come back.
What do you think your place means to the community here?
Well, we're open all year long, and things get slow around here, that's for sure. So I'm committed to the community and to be open all year long as a restaurant. I have customers that have been with us since day one.
Which is what, you were 1975?
Yes.
You have been doing this a while.
It's been a good run. We've had a lot of fun. We really have.
Now, this place I heard is a pizzeria, it's a cafe, and it's a pub?
Well, we got a liquor license about 10 years ago, so
there you go.
Then we could click into that mode, and that enabled us to offer more things that people wanted,
like
namely a cold beer.
Well, and your pizza, you make your own dough?
We make all our own dough every day, and we bake all our own bread right here.
So you're a bakery, a sub shop, a pub, a pizzeria, and a cafe.
And we used to be an ice cream parlor, too.
You guys do laundry?
But when we kind of got the bar, the ice cream had to kind of take a back seat. You can't do everything.
Well, thanks for talking turkey with me.
Absolutely, anytime.
Well, Jeff heard about how much we like to eat on UTR, so we whipped up one of his famous everything pizzas. And we quickly found out why the locals and even the not-so-locals love this place so much. I mean, heck, what's there not to love about a pizza place called Turkey's? You know, my mom used to make me cookies all the time, and they were pretty good. But I don't remember her having a store up in Harbor Springs. Tom's Mom's Cookies are award-winning homemade cookies that are baked right in this little house in Harbor Springs and shipped literally around the world. If you're looking for a big cookie that tastes like my mom used to make, you've come to the right little place. Zen Cookie Master Kelly has made more cookies here than most of us will eat in a lifetime. Okay, I have to ask you, where did you get my mother's cookie recipe?
I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's make some cookies.
Okay.
What makes Tom's Mom's Cookies, other than the name, so great?
They're made from scratch right here at the store every day.
So you actually make them, with flour in, there's nothing processed, there's nothing, it's all from scratch?
Correct.
How many cookies do you guys sell usually in a day?
Well, it depends on the time of year. In the summer, we sell probably about 120 dozen a day.
Wait, 120 dozen a day?
Yes. Yep, and that's on a regular summer day.
And what varieties do you have, pray tell?
Well, we have 17 varieties.
Can you name them all?
I can.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Do it fast.
Okay, chocolate chunk, chocolate pecan, chocolate walnut, chocolate mac, white chocolate mac, chocolate cherry, white chocolate cherry, cinnamon sugar, dark and white, chocolate almond coconut, white original, plain peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter, molasses, oatmeal raisin, chocolate oatmeal, and oatmeal with butterscotch.
And that was awesome. Nice job.
Thanks.
So show me how you make one of those cookies because...
Okay, ready?
Yes.
You gotta get your hands dirty. You have to have a knife.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Why do I need
sprinkle a little flour.
Okay.
Okay. Cut off a chunk.
Like this?
Oh, no,
Oh,
no.
big chunk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, roll it out.
Okay, TV Magic Elves, do your thing.
That's good. Actually, you're hired.
Thanks. Okay.
Take a knife.
Yes.
And then you're gonna just slice it. You know, like the slice and bake.
Oh.
Gotta use your muscles.
God, you can barely get through these chunks of chocolate.
I know.
Oh my
That's why
gosh.
they're so good.
And more TV Magic.
Perfect.
Oh, amazing. You're natural.
My name is Tom.
Yeah, I can tell.
So, Kelly, what do we do with them now?
Now we put them in the oven.
I knew that. Come on,
Yeah,
let's do it.
okay.
So this is the oven,
It is.
and I'm opening the right one.
You are.
Okay. Ow, it's warm in there, isn't
Careful,
that
it's hot.
weird?
Don't burn yourself.
How long do they take to bake?
6 minutes, so you're gonna set this to 6.
I took some baking time to find out why people love these cookies so much.
It's the closest thing to heaven you can get.
Came all the way from Key West, Florida, just to buy these cookies.
I just love them because I come here every day, and I've come here since I was a little kid.
They're really my favorite. They're fabulous. I can't say enough about them.
Before every soccer game, we come up and eat them because they're the best.
They just taste so good.
They're awesome, so we love it up here.
We love Tom's Mom Cookies! Yay!
Kelly, they're done. Yes. How do they look?
Well, they're a little overdone.
Perfect. I'm going to try one because I have yet to try a Tom's Mom's cookie.
Okay.
And I'll let you know what I think.
Okay.
I'm speechless.
Oh, thank goodness.
So the next time you're doing just a little bit too much talking, like me, I highly recommend filling your mouth with Tom's Mom's cookies. By the time you're done eating them, you just might forget what the heck you were talking about in the first place. I do it all the time. You know, there's this place in Michigan I've always wanted to go to. It's like a tunnel of trees you can drive through, but I can never think of the name. Also known as M119, the Tunnel of Trees is a beautiful 20-mile stretch of road that takes you from Harbor Springs north to historic Cross Village. It's a uniquely Michigan experience that'll totally remind you why you live here. Now, the road's pretty narrow and the scenery pretty awesome, so we took our time. And at the end of the drive was a place that, well, you just have to see to believe.
If you're just like me and you've heard of Legs Inn your whole life, but you've never been there, well, then you're just like me. But I plan to remedy that right now.
The historic Legs Inn is literally like something you'd see in a fairy tale, but a fairy tale where they serve great Polish food and draft beer. Bonus. It's stone on the outside, handcrafted wood on the inside, and probably one of the coolest places you'll ever step into. George Smolak and his family have been the Legs Inn innkeepers for 4 generations now.
When you walk in this place, is it still as cool to you as it is to someone like me who just walked in?
It is, even though I've been associated with this place for almost 50 years. Sometimes we do take for granted, the things that we see, but the best thing to appreciate what's here is when we open the door, usually there's a crowd outside of the door, and they walk in and they just basically open up wide their eyes and they can't believe what they see inside.
Oh, I've heard about this place my whole life and never made it up here till now, and now I know what everybody raves about. This place is wonderfully overwhelming when you walk in. Now, I noticed you don't have a Michigan accent. Where are you from?
Well, I have a beautiful accent from Poland. I was born in Poland, came here almost 50 years ago as a teenager. And
who built this place?
The place was built by my uncle, Stanislav in Polish, Smolak, Polish immigrant. He was born in 1887, and he came to the United States. Saying is that he, even at that age already, he did show some talents in wood carving and sculpturing and things of that nature, that he made himself a wooden bike, and he traveled several hundred miles to Hamburg to jump on a ship.
How far away do people come to see this place?
Truthfully, from all over the world.
We came all the way up here from Ohio just to see this place.
We're looking forward to some great Polish food.
It's so friendly and warm here. The food is excellent, and the view, the sunsets here at night.
Kathy, George, Mark, and Chris, they are amazing.
Like the bands, like the people. It's just a great place.
It's a destination.
So what do you love about the Legs Inn?
I love everything about Legs Inn. I love the food. I love the people.
Have you met George?
Actually, I've been married to him for 43 years. The secret's out.
Mark Smolak gave me even more insight into this great family business.
Where did the name Legs Inn come from?
The name is based on the row of inverted stove legs that Stanley decided to use as a decorative railing on the front roof.
What was it like growing up with this place in the family?
It's such a unique place. It's a monument, it's a museum, it's an art gallery. It's all these different things combined. Growing up, the older I got, the more special I realized this place was.
What do you think a place like this means to the entire state, let alone the community?
Well, the good news is if we forget what it means, we're reminded readily by the masses of people that come up here. You've got this unique structure, this museum, if you will, this monument to nature, and that, coupled with this incredible natural surroundings here, along with the authentic Polish food, is really what makes it such a special place.
This really is a family affair. I met your mom and your dad,
yes.
and you're involved in the company, and your brother Chris is also involved.
Right. We all bring unique things to the mix, some really unique things, and it seems to work. At least it has for the last 20 plus years that we've been involved here.
The Legs Inn was a great way to top off our trip to Harbor Springs. We got so full and had so much fun here that, well, I kind of lost track of the crew. But that's okay. You know me. I'm pretty resourceful.
Excuse me, could you do me a favor? My crew left without me, not surprising, and I need to ride back to Harbor Springs. Can I ride with you?
Absolutely. I think I've got a horse we could drive back in.
All right, let's do it.
Suckers!
Huh? Oh, boy, have you ever gone to somebody's website and you get there and it's kind of disappointing? Well, you should go to utrmichigan.com, because if you've never been there before, you won't know what to expect, so you can't be disappointed. You can go to our visitor's guide and find out places we've been, tell us where to go. You can jump to our Facebook page or even find out where to get a hat like mine, huh? So go to utrmichigan.com, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Watch. Ha-ha! I love it.
Under the Radar Michigan is brought to you in part by the Michigan State Housing and Development Authority, investing in people, places, and partnerships to help transform Michigan and the Michigan economy. In cities, towns, and neighborhoods, people are building better places to live and better communities. Also by the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. The Komen Race for the Cure series raises significant funds and awareness for the fight against breast cancer, celebrates breast cancer survivorship, and honors those who have lost their battle with the disease. More info at komen.org. Also in part by the Brides Project, a charitable bridal shop specializing in high-quality donated gowns. All proceeds help families touched by cancer at the Cancer Support Community of Greater Ann Arbor. Learn more at thebridesproject.org. Support for Under the Radar Michigan comes from Bigby Coffee, celebrating 17 years as a Michigan company. Gift cards, coffee mugs, and coffee by the pound are available in-store and online. Locations at biggby.com. Closed captioning for Under the Radar Michigan is made possible by Shamrock Travel in downtown Rochester. Shamrock Travel, providing complete travel services right here in Michigan for over 20 years.